More people are gonna stand.
You dig? What I'm just saying, like, whether you got over fatigue or you don't think it's done enough, you understand that at some point the national
There's
anthem,
a reason for the national anthem.
in certain spaces going to be needed. So if you were to walk in those spaces and say this has been, omitted or adjudicated because of someone how they feel, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now we past trying to make somebody comfortable to now we are leaning on what our values and what our structure is.
Yeah.
Look, man, you won the gold medal in something that in the last 40 years that hadn't been done. And you mean to tell me whatever your politics is, you ain't gonna go to, that's like saying, hey man, Sam Donald saying, hey man, I ain't going to Disney World.
Yeah.
You won the Super Bowl, certain shit just go together. Now,
They stopped going to Disney
if
for
it's,
a while.
you dig what I'm saying?
But that's the.
Man, we lose
I don't
that.
agree with it. I don't disagree with it. But I'm like this right here. That's the choices that we have in a free country.
Yeah. But think about
I absolutely understand.
But again,
that.
to the point of.
But it's getting tit for tat. Tit for tat.
Yeah.
Tit for tat. Somebody gonna have to stop the tit for tat.
So
Ain't that goal?
So
I'm not
again,
goal.
as I say all the time, the adults, look, man, we are from that era of when the alphas and the one who were say for instance right now, they used to ask what you call all the time, hey man, how hard was it to have Phil Jackson as a coach? Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant was like, it wasn't hard at all because the greatest player in the world fell in line with what the man said.
Yeah.
So we fell
Yeah.
in line behind the greatest player.
Yeah.
When the big dogs step up and say, hey man, you know you got your political views, but we going up to this White House, we gonna act like we got some sense.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta shake nobody's hand and you ain't gotta lick no ass. But at the same time, from a symbolism point of it,
Yeah.
look, man, when the big dog, look, come on,
That's
bro.
my whole point right
That's
there.
all I'm
though,
saying.
dog.
Like,
that's
come
my
on,
whole
bro.
point.
But again, it goes back. What y'all saying is right. I'm not
It's
saying,
too much
but it go back
fracturing.
to a choice. You got to make that choice.
True. Now
Yeah,
you're right,
that's
bro.
right.
You-
You're right.
Real
Make
talk.
that choice to go.
That's
You're right.
real talk.
It's a choice. But I think, and that's why I think the way that they do it, maybe they don't go as a team. That's their fucking choice. But if I'm a player and y'all two want to go, well, shit, I'm going with the curling team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Yeah, bro,
I'm
like,
just saying, though.
I get to go, right?
All right,
Yeah.
like I
You
said,
can't decide
if y'all
for
want
me,
to play for
right?
the Olympics team.
Yeah.
Y'all want to play for no matter who is in the White House. You have to do the. Let's go ahead, call it what it is. Publicity.
Yeah.
And honor and whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
like,
play ball.
Like the flag, like, the respect of the country.
Yeah.
If y'all sign up and put this flag on, y'all got to come to the White House.
Yeah.
Now, like he said, you ain't probably got to take no picture with Trump.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Or Obama or whoever Democrat that might be. I don't care. You ain't got to take no
But
picture
that's an
with them.
American.
But
It's
you
an
can
You gonna
American
stand there
thing.
in
and you
solidarity.
can take a group picture on
Hey.
the White House lawn, and then your job is duty.
Yeah.
And if you can't get with that, then you don't need to sign this contract.
There you
to
go.
Fuck with the
There you
American
go.
team. You can go play for goddamn
What
Russia.
that man
You
said.
can play for this. You can play for that. But until you do that,
Yeah.
you're gonna be stuck with this right here. This conversation.
I will say, and it's a great conversation. And last
It's always
pivot
a
on
great
it
conversation.
before we go on. A case in point of that in the comp was the Dream Team. Everybody know how great the Dream Team was.
Yeah.
We talking Jordan. I'm talking Bird, Magic, David Robinson. Everybody was on that team. Ewing, Karl Malone, and the gold medal ceremony was coming because we won the gold medal. Again, speaking to, he's my GOAT in the NBA, but he's a GOAT in a realm of like athletes and just showing people how it's done. Michael Jordan, who was the biggest athlete endorsed in the world with the biggest company, who was Nike. Reebok made the Olympic sweatsuit.
Yeah.
And they said, standing on that podium, you better not have that Reebok. But Michael Jordan was like, I just want a gold medal.
Yeah.
I'm standing up there with my team and we're gonna all have the same uniform on. He took the American flag, covered up the Reebok logo,
Yeah.
and stood up there with his team. That's what dogs do.
Yeah.
That's what leaders do.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking
Come
about.
on, bro. If Michael Jordan can stand up there, and that's what Charles Barkley was like, they had Charles Barkley in another room saying, hey man, you gotta put this sweatsuit on. And Barkley was like, nah, man. It's like, give me a good reason. Charles Barkley said, I give you 11 million good reasons. They paid me $11 million. And when Michael Jordan did
I'm
that,
gonna do my stance on money.
hey,
Yeah.
when Michael Jordan did that, Charles Barkley got out of the waiting room and came back in there and said, if MJ said it was cool, I'm gonna put the flag on mine too.
There you
Bruh,
go.
that's how leaders, that's how
how it is,
adults
but you know-
stand up and get things done.
Exactly.
That's how they
Exactly,
get done.
dog.
Everybody like it until they control and then they give
Yeah, till you shit on they cereal.
Until
Yeah.
you shit on their
Yeah.
then it's
They particular
involved.
brand of bullshit.
That